So actually, unplanned, we talked about self-care this last week. So through like one of our discussions, we were talking about co-option of certain political movements by like kind of neoliberal just groups. So we started talking about Audre Lorde and self-care and how self-care has been pretty much co-opted by just, again, neoliberal institutions. So we started talking about that. So kind of now thinking about it again, I feel like it's really easy to incorporate into the right now where we are in the class. So I'm thinking about just adding into like one of Audre Lorde's pieces. Like she has two main things on self-care, like one of them, like her book's A Mighty Voice. So probably just an excerpt on that, and then we'll like read it and discuss. I'm thinking. So that's kind of what came to mind to like tie it into the class. And we already read Audre Lorde this semester, so I think it'd be good.
Great. And what are one or two things that you do for self-care?
Pretty much, I mean, I just kind of make sure I take time for myself and I like know my boundaries. I think boundaries are like really important, and like knowing like also what you're capable of, like kind of like this like stop and pause and like think like, okay, like is it too much, like am I putting too much on myself, like, and how's that like impacting me? And that's kind of something I've done more with like COVID, like just like putting things into perspective. Like I consider that self-care because it's like recognizing where I'm at and like what I'm capable of doing, and then just recognizing like what's going on around me, like, oh yeah, like we are in a pandemic and like things are like a little bit different, and it might be like not the same how I used to things before, like with school, with like my personal life and like work.